This is your girl, Red Rose Urban Missionary. I like to say that I was Rosemary Zulu, but then he put a ring on it, and I'm now Rosemary Apiri, and I'm excited that you're watching me on my page today. And I pray that you'll be blessed. Please feel free, like I always say, to drop a message, to inbox, to comment. Should you have any sort of questions, queries, or if you want to find out anything, just feel free to just get in touch. So today I'm actually on my way with my husband to a wedding of a young sister, so to say, in the Lord, and we're excited. It just reminds me of over 6 years ago, when my husband and I tied a knot when we sort of got married. I'm sure you saw a lot of posts on Facebook about our anniversary and so on, and even as I'm headed to the wedding, I was just reflecting on like the preparation before wedding, because I understand that many of the times that people want to sort of invest their energies, resources, and almost everything they have in the actual wedding. When I mean the wedding, I mean the wedding day. So they invest in the dresses, in the in the cakes, the decors, and everything, just to make that one wedding day beautiful, which is amazing. But then today I want to talk about preparation before wedding, because I believe this is very important. Like I like to say that by the grace of God, a lot of people ask me about how my marriage is such a beautiful marriage, it's a blessing to many, and they like to ask me some of the nuggets of a happy marriage and so on. And for me, one of the things that I like to tell them is the importance of the beginning of something. All right. So how you got in a relationship is important, but I also like to say how you prepared for your marriage is important. Okay. So number one, I just want to focus on how you get in a relationship for briefly, but then I want to do more on the preparation of a marriage. People think that a wedding is a marriage. Obviously, it's an introduction to something greater, which is marriage, and a wedding is just for a day, and marriage is for lifelong. You know what I mean, right? So if you want to have a very successful marriage, number one, you have to make sure that you are with the right person. I know when we talked with my dad, we talked about how it's important for you to have to be the right person and to attract the right person. I want to say that it's very key for you to be sure of who you want to spend the rest of your life with. All right. And how do you do that? Crudely, you obviously pray about it and let God direct you. You have to have faith. You have to have patience. You're not supposed to be sort of pushed or pressurized by the society to get married. Even if you are old, even if you feel like the biological clock is against you, it's very, very important for you to keep your faith, to keep your patience, and to wait upon God so that you can get married to the right person. All right. So just briefly, it's a whole sort of video in itself, but I'll just end there. But then the preparation component. So let's imagine that you have the right man, the right woman that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Amazing. But remember that just having the right person doesn't guarantee a happy marriage. All right. My husband's coach liked to say that no matter how much you love a car, if you don't have the working knowledge, if you don't know how to service the car, when it breaks down, your love will not fix it up. So when preparing for marriage beyond the wedding, it's very important for you to ensure that you are ready for marriage. How do you do that? First of all, you have to understand what was God's ideal plan for marriage. What was the intention of God for you to be married. Okay. Apart from that, you have to understand what is expected of you as a woman, or rather as a wife, what is expected of you as a man. Okay. You have to look into things of building your character, building your spiritual, your spiritual growth, growth and all other aspects, obviously financially and so on and so forth. So all in all, you have to make sure that you prepare. All right, how do you do that? First of all, mentorship. You have to make sure that you find people that have gone ahead of you, that are good examples, that are godly, that can give you some ideas, that can give you counsel on how you can prepare for marriage, how you can become that amazing wife, how you can become that amazing husband. Those people will help you to understand what strengthens marriage, what weakens marriage. All right, apart from that, there are godly books around. Make sure you spend so much time reading about marriage. What does it mean to submit? What does it mean to love your wife like Christ loves the church? All right, apart from that, there's the issue of purity. Very, very important. Very, 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 I can't overemphasize that. You have to make sure that your relationship is godly, because whatever seeds you sow now, you will reap the fruits thereof. Okay, so if you sow purity now, you're going to reap faithfulness, you're going to reap trust, and so on and so forth. So those are basically some of the things that you need to do for you to prepare for marriage. So like I said, we are on our way to a sister's sort of wedding, and I'll just allow my husband to just say what's up even as I close the video.
What's up?
Yeah, so that was your girl Red Rose Urban Missionary with those nuggets about preparing for your marriage, not only the wedding. God bless.